You're quivering your breeches as if Ragnarok were upon us. Take but a tower. We should assemble all warriors and go for glory, I tell you.
And disappear like the others? Not a chance. The tower's cursed. It's brought the god's wrath upon us.
Cursed magic, what fucking napper? We need someone to rid us of it, plain and simple.
Look, a witcher. Hi! Hi, witcher!
What is it?
I got a job for you. There's no point standing here in the rain. Let's go to mine. We'll talk there.
So what's the matter?
You see that knoll beyond the village? Weren't a thing there for centuries. Till one day we awoke, and bam! There were a tower atop it. Then all of a sudden lightning started pounding down. As if the Noggle Fair itself was sailing in. Hasn't stopped to this day. Something's got to be done. About the storm. With waves like that, we can't fish, nor sail out to raid.
You tried getting inside the tower?
Have we tried? Very same morn the tower appeared. We went right off. Whole village or nearabouts. Folk wanted to welcome its owner if he came in peace. Drive him off if he came with ill intent. We knocked and banged, but no one answered. So we opened the door, and that's when our knees turned to jelly.
Why?
'Cause beyond of that door was something like a sheet of water, but standing upright. Never seen such a thing in my life. Druid said it were magic. Gathered 5 brave lads, and they all marched in. No sign of him since.
Fine. I'll look into the tower.
Once you're in, cast your eye around for the folk from our village. Our druid and 5 good lads. It'd be a bitter shame to lose them.
You have my word.
Hemdall guide you. Do something about that tower. We're all counting on you.
Shit. Can't stand that sensation. Great. Portal closed. Looked smaller from the outside.
Detected. Cease your intrusion. Leave at once. Failure to leave when summoned. Intruder neutralization commenced.
I'm in here.
Probably greeted them too.
Over here. I'm in here. Finally, someone's come to free me. And a famous witcher at that. Thank the gods. I'm damned lucky you happen to be in Kovir. Was it King Tancred who sent you, or the Society of Magic?
Neither, and we're not in Kovir. We're in Skellige. Local folk hired me. See, your towers brought a massive storm to their island.
We're in Skellige? So we've teleported? Oh, this is much worse than I thought.
Not sure I follow.
Oh, the tower is outfitted with a defensive regulatory magic on.
What?
A defensive system magic, ensuring only the tower's owner will use it. When it detects an intruder, it locks down all the rooms, denies access.
And since neither of us is the tower's owner, the golem attacked me and you're stuck behind bars. How do we evade its other charming features?
We must deactivate the defensive regulatory magicon. The tower's prior owner wrote a treatise about removing such defenses. Gottfried's Omni-Opening Grimoire. There must be a copy in the tower. Find it, please. With it in hand, I can try to circumvent the security measures, send you home and take the tower back to Kovir.
You clearly know who I am. I don't even know your name.
Seagull Bunce, mage and sorcerer in residence at the court of Pontvanis. This tower was to be my new home. Bought it at an auction, you see.
A tower at an auction?
It belonged to Gottfried Stamfeld, a mage of some renown. When he passed on, his heirs auctioned the edifice off. They were all wary, repulsed. None dared see what Uncle Godfrey kept in his coloured jars. If it was their contents that had stripped him of his sense of smell and taken his left eye, they put the tower on the block, along with all it contained. The price was unbeatable. I couldn't resist.
Seen my share of wonders, but a tower that teleports itself, that's something new.
This defensive regulatory magicon. I tried to access it. Must have heard. Initiated some evacuation sequence. That opened the portal and jettisoned us through to Skellige. This, in turn, naturally generated electromagnetic disturbances. Hence the storm.
Storm I promised to dispel.
Then you must find Gottfried's Omni-Opening Grimoire.
The corpses over there. Folk from the village nearby, right?
They came in a few days past. I was surprised to see their garb. But it just never entered me mind we might be in Skellige. There were just a few, led by a druid. The tower warned them. They failed to heed.
Folk on Skellige usually laugh in the face of warnings. If the tower had asked nicely, then offered them a horn of mead, they might have left then. Right. Time to get out of here and send this tower home. Where do I look for Gottfried's treatise? Any ideas?
The library might be a logical place to start. The key should be in the laboratory.
Where's that?
As you enter the room opposite, you'll see the laboratory to your left. The library straight ahead. But remember, you're an intruder. The tower is certain to want to stop you. Make things difficult at the least.
We'll see who breaks first.
Try to smash that barrier. Osvayu, Biferis, Advigiat.
Intruder in tower. Aqueous countermeasures.
bits. Must be the key.
Intruder in library. Collection integrity compromised.
What a pigsty. Be hard to find anything here. Who's who among Kaviri sorcerers? Alchemy for Household Dilemmas Volume 3. This isn't it. How to Live and Die Happily. A modern exegesis of Lebioda. What the hell's this doing here? Looks like he's suffocated. Horrible way to die. Intersections and geomantic lines. Not what I'm looking for. Applied Golemancy. Gotta keep looking. Gottfried's Omni-Opening Grimoire. This is it.
Commencing annihilation.
Damn tower wants to gas me.
Find the tome.
This it?
It is indeed. Now, back away a bit. I must deactivate the barrier. There, at last.
Looked easy.
The hardest part is yet to come. We must reach the heart of the tower and cast a deactivating spell. The tower will surely do everything in its power to stop us.
Lead the way.
We must go to the central chamber. Try to power down the security measures. The defensive regulatory magical could react. Be on your guard.
Intruder detected. Commencing annihilation.
Come on!
Encroachment. control lost.
Gottfried's treatise proved highly useful. It's over. Had you not arrived, I'd still be in that cage, surely. It's a trifle, but take it, please. Proof of me gratitude.
Thanks. Though I'd be more than satisfied if you calmed that storm, then took this tower somewhere else.
Consider it done. And should you ever visit Kovir, do stop by Pompvanis. Aboragi, Barathan.
Wait, what are you doing? Not this way, the door!
At my best, that's no coincidence.
Olaf's been off meat for 2 days,
And when he's hungry, he's angry.
but he's had a hell of a lot of mead.
Then Olaf's gonna do some killing.
You're alive, and in one piece.
One soaking wet piece.
Will you teach me to fly?
Another time, maybe.
Never seen such marvels in me life. Boom, flash, tower disappeared, and you was falling from the sky. And the storm, gone in an instant.
Now, didn't I tell you? It's what we needed. Aye, can't do better than an expert. And expert work deserves a fitting reward.
Thanks, but you need that coin a lot more than I do.
Not enough that he's handy. He's noble too.
Inga!
What?
Found a mage in the tower. He was just as eager to take it away from here. Rewarded me generously for my help.
If that's so, we've naught left but to say our thanks. Aye, well, if you ever come through here again, stop in. You'll be welcomed with open arms.
Thanks. Farewell.
Wait, Witcher, did you happen to see me brother in there? Hearn's his name. He went in with the druid and a few other lads.
I found your friends. All dead, unfortunately. Sorry.
Told him not to go, but he wanted glory.
Let's go home, Jarl. No point standing here. Farewell, Witcher. Thanks again for helping.
Visit the old castle ruins. Must be lying there still. Everything from the battle. Swords, axes,
Jules, better sail out on a raid. Do some honest looting.
Well,
Disturbing the
my
dead's
dad's off
peace.
fighting the Black
It ain't right.
Greetings. If you're in need of a weapon, I'd be glad to forge something for you.
Let me have a look. What would you say to a few rounds of Gwent?
adventure.
Hear that noise? That's Freyr, grinding her teeth. Means war's a brewing. Time to sharpen our swords.
With Bran dead, who will lead you?
Don't need a king to stick it to the black ones. No reason to wait.
Show me what you have in stock. Smithing. Pretty tiring job. Need a break, maybe? Relax a bit? Play a game or two of Gwent?
Poor Katja.
Oh, the shame.
I've known Bjorn so many years. To think he'd fail the trial of the path. I never expected that.
Bjorn's honourable, to the point of madness. He'll not want to live in shame. I'm afraid he'll
Uncle
kill
said
himself.
folk on the continent got heads like cats, but you only got cat's eyes.
Was Bran's forefather, Torgr the Red, who sailed up the Alba to the gates of the Nilfgaardian capital, set the city's outskirts at night. Emperor was shitting scared, Just a shame he brought a great misfortune on his folk by that deed.
Fancy a pint when you're full. We chat another time.
Greetings, stranger. Have a drink with us.
What are you offering? Up for a few rounds of Gwent?
Those swords.
Couldn't help overhearing your conversation. Trial of the Path. What is it?
An age-old on Skellige tradition. Young men must complete the path. Only then do they turn true warriors.
So what's this path like?
Old Gunnar can tell you all you want to know about the Path of Warriors. He's the one leads the ritual. Lives at the foot of Mount Ardaclove.
Oh!
I want to know already what it is we'll face. Arrhenius? Trolls? Some other beasts?
If it's Heimdall's will that we be warriors, we'll pass the trials.
And oblivion to those who prove unworthy.
Freya, watch over you.
Don't worry. If I don't pass the trial, you'll soon forget about me.
Don't say that.
A man who's not a warrior ain't worth remembering.
A warrior with two blades. One's more than enough for any who knows how to fight.
I don't know you. You don't know me. So what's your problem?
These isles were ours alone once. No foreigner dared set foot here. And if they did, they'd not return home. The good days, those.
Definitely not for those unlucky enough to land here. You gunner?
Who's asking? And why?
I want to travel the path of warriors.
No outlanders ever dared. But if you've had your fill of life, go on, try.
What do I do?
Path's got two offshoots. One leads into mountain peaks, the other into the bowels of the earth. Traverse both, and you'll have proved your valor.
Tell me about the mountain path.
It leads along the crest of Mount Ardic Clove. You'll find a crimson shawl at the peak. Bring that back as proof you've reached the path's end.
Doesn't sound like much of a challenge.
Clear you've not spent much time in our mountains.
Can you tell me more about the underground path? Is a cave of some sort?
Aye, but the corridors leading to it are flooded. No Continentals ever managed to swim them. Takes training since youth, a lot of diving after pearls.
We'll see about that. What else?
At the cavern's end, a surprise awaits. Take what you find there, bring it to me.
A surprise? What kind?
You'll see. So long as you get to the end. So long as the harpies don't get you.
Well, I'm not scared to try.
Not just foreign, but dumb too. Well, no curing that. Well, run to the top of Mount Ardiclove, grab the crimson shawl, then reach the cave. At its end, you'll find something I'm not about to describe. On you go then, show the world what you're worth. Best blade's not worth shite if a weak arm's swinging it, eh?
The white-haired one goes to his death. Nay, no foreigner can traverse the path of warriors. No foreigners ever completed the path of warriors.
First time for everything.
Some only learn from their mistakes. Thing is, in Skellige, mistakes usually cost you your life.
Place of power. Should draw from it. Shit. Old man warned me not to surface before the end. No wonder. Surfaced for air, and they nabbed him. pleasant place.
Give us all you got!
Giant sure.
Best blade's not worth shite if a weak arm's swinging it, eh? You bring news?
Path of yours wasn't easy, but I managed to get to the end. Here's proof.
First Outlander to complete the trial. A feat worthy of respect. I'll make sure news of your deeds spreads across the 5 Isles. Greetings. Grand those swords, but I prefer my trusty axe.
Handle.
You've come to fight Olaf. He's long awaited a worthy opponent.
These tourneys are usually held on street corners, in taverns at best. Got a real arena here.
Built thanks to another's generosity. Berna Bran donated her jewels.
All right. Where's Olaf?
He'll show, soon as he's got an opponent.
I want to face Olaf.
Fist fighting's a Skellige tradition. And here on Skellige, that tradition's damn near hallowed.
What makes your tradition special?
Warrior by the name of Duns Ursus once lived on Skellige. Fought monsters with his bare hands. Tourneys held in his honor.
I'll fight as though my life depended on it.
What do they call ye?
Geralt of Rivia.
Geralt of Rivia. Enter the arena. Emerge victorious, and you'll have the honor to face the champion of champions. Fighting is our sacred tradition. The blood spilt in this arena bears witness to the clan's strength. The victor today will be champion. Yet any who is bold enough to fight is already a hero.
Shit.
The fight is done. Geralt of Rivia wins. Behold our new champion. You defeated Outta. 'Twas a fair fight.
Anyone else out there I could fight?
You've defeated everyone there was to defeat in Skellige. Makes you champion of the Isles. Take pride, friend.
I've had my eye on you. Tremendous potential. Would you consider dropping these amateur hayseed thumps? Fighting professionally, perhaps?
Not sure I know what you mean.
I seek someone who has what it takes to dethrone the champion of champions. A certain Skellige now holds the title. I believe you alone stand to beat him. Ask yourself, am I man enough to sail to Skellige and throw down the gauntlet to the champion of champions?
I can sure as hell try.
Excellent. There's an arena on the Isle of Speakerog. That is where the current champion of champions fights. I shall warn them you're on your way to issue a challenge. Farewell. Things that went on in Crocs.
Friend of y'all's.